Before we begin this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much. We've just reached over 40,000 subscribers, and I could not be more grateful to each and every one of you. I remember when I started this journey, the idea of even having 1,000 subscribers felt like the coolest thing ever. I could not have done it without you guys. Thank you so much. Let's get started. In a previous video, we discussed how all the voice actors for Final Fantasy VII Remake sounded, well, different than what we were expecting. At first, I simply thought this was due to a different voice direction. Through Advent Children, Crisis Core, the Dissidia games, and even Kingdom Hearts, it's really helped solidify what these characters sound like in our heads. And none of them more consistent than the voice of Cloud Strife. As we learned previously, Bo Billingsley will no longer play the voice of Barrett, and George Newbern is not directly commenting on whether or not that was his voice playing Sephiroth in the remake, but he has hinted as much. And now it seems that the voice of Cloud will also be played by another actor. Cloud's voice actor, Steve Burton, in his Twitter bio previously had the voice of Cloud Strife. This has since been removed, with the rest of his bio staying exactly the same, suggesting that Burton is no longer casted as the role of our protagonist. Some people have speculated that this is because of an NDA to not disclose his role, and that is still possible, but I personally don't think that's the case. He's had it there previously for quite some time, so the sudden removal after the State of Play trailer just doesn't make any sense. And this happened a few weeks after the State of Play trailer rolled out. And with all the characters sounding so different, and with hard confirmation that people like Barrett's voice actor from Advent Children won't be brought back, it seems more likely the case that he's no longer the voice actor of Cloud. This may come as a shock or even sadden some people, considering that Steve Burton has played Cloud for well over a decade and a half now. But what's more interesting is that judging by the actors' responses to it, it seems like none of them even knew that they were losing their previous roles, which is honestly kind of sad, especially considering the level of pride some of them had with taking these roles on, and the fans who had looked forward to seeing them again. That said, I think the new voice actors really do sound good, and I think they are going to do a fantastic job with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Also, we previously discussed the possibility of an Xbox One version of Final Fantasy VII Remake popping up for pre-orders at GameStop in Ireland. It now seems that yet another retailer, in this case Walmart Canada, has now opened pre-orders for an Xbox One version. This now makes two separate retailers in two separate countries that have made the same mistake. Though it's beginning to seem likely that Final Fantasy VII Remake's timed exclusivity may no longer be a thing. Of course, we will know for sure next week when E3 begins and the information regarding the game becomes solidified. Speaking of which, as many of you may know, June 9th, just a day prior to their E3 conference, Square Enix will be having a Final Fantasy VII exclusive concert. Square Enix has recently confirmed for us that the original director, who's now the producer of the remake, Yoshinori Kitase, will be a guest at the concert. This is pretty big news because it means that Yoshinori Kitase most likely will be present at E3. And again, if Final Fantasy VII Remake does come to Xbox One, it wouldn't be surprising to see him on Microsoft's stage. That being said, Yoshinori Kitase doesn't often make an appearance at these types of shows, so the fact that he's there is very significant, as Square Enix only flies out their Japanese developers when they have very major news to announce. So E3 is going to be one good time for us Final Fantasy fans. And being a fan just got even better. Just this week, Spotify and Apple Music have now made the music of Final Fantasy available on their platforms. And it's not just mainline titles either. You can also stream tracks from games like Final Fantasy X-2, Dissidia, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Man, these past 2 months have been a great time if you love Final Fantasy, and things are looking to get even better in the upcoming months. So, Ultima Weapons, are you looking forward to Cloud Strife's new voice actor? Do you miss Steve Burton? Or are there any of you that actually plan on playing this game on Xbox One? I'm sure there's at least a few. Subscribe, click the bell icon, and let me know in the comments below. And if you've been enjoying my content, be sure to check out the Patreon for the Night Sky Prince. Craig Riley is one of the incredible people who's helping me go full force with these videos, and I don't plan on stopping here. More Final Fantasy VII Remake, Square Enix, and all things JRPGs to come. Shout out to Craig and the rest of the Ultima community. 人の中